What's up, guys? Welcome back to the vlog where you join me with the Audi in the middle of a don't really know exactly where I'm at, but with the Audi. I don't know if you guys have enjoyed this so far, it being straight pipe, but it does sound very good. There's a cow. Don't know if you can see that or not, but anyway, so I hope you guys are enjoying it being straight pipe so far. Let me know in the comments below if I should put it back, because there's the exhaust right there. There's the centerpiece. Let me know if you guys like it straight pipe so far. We got a tunnel. So now let's talk about this car really fast. So it has 112,000 miles on it and well, a lot of mods. What's all done to it? So if you don't know already, it has big turbos, it has RS7 turbos, and then a bigger intercooler, catless downpipes, and well, it's straight piped, but that doesn't, and it has these, but that doesn't count. It has a lot of things done to it. Is it reliable though at 112,000 miles? Now so far, honestly, supposedly the biggest problem with these cars is the dual clutch. The dual clutch sorry, it was hissing and lowering itself. The dual clutch does seem to be the most unreliable part about these cars, but so far it's been pretty good. Now it does seem to slip a little bit, but I honestly think that's just because it needs an adaptation. Now an adaptation, what that means is that it needs to be told how far it can squeeze on those clutches, because they are worn down. It has 112,000 miles on it. Now the transmission on this car only has 80,000 miles on it, I believe. It was replaced at 30,000 miles, but 80,000 miles is still a lot on a dual clutch, especially one with 630 horsepower to the wheels. Yes, that is the correct number. That is the number I actually found out instead of just some random number that the guy who traded it in told me. So the transmission has 80,000 miles on it, so the clutches are pretty worn out and they're not as thick as they used to be. And what this means is that the transmission does not squeeze as tight as it should, seeing as the clutches are thinner, obviously, because they have some wear on them. So what a clutch adaptation does is just tells it how far it can squeeze to be able to give the correct amount of pressure on the clutches. And I hope that's all it needs, but it does seem to be slipping a little bit. If you notice in the beginning of this vlog, in the montage of me shifting, if you notice, it'll shift at high RPMs down and then goes a little bit lower, like it is slipping. So I'm hoping that is all it needs. Now, ooh man, I think it sounded better before I straight piped it, but sounds meaner now that I have straight piped it. Anyway, guys, welcome back to the vlog. If you're new here, my name is Dallin Sellers. If you guys have any questions about this Audi or anything about it, like the exhaust, the mods, anything about it really, just let me know in the comments below and I will be sure to answer those. Guys, join me on this vlog and let's have some fun. So what do I think about this car? Obviously, I do like it. I do like it a lot. It makes very good noises. Also, about that, I'm going to be making the car not straight piped anymore. Probably in the next week or so, I will be putting the mid muffler back on. I'm sorry, I know I've said literally in this video and other videos before what you guys think about the straight piped exhaust, and it doesn't matter because it's too much. I can't even park it in my garage because it's too loud. It's always outside, therefore it's always dirty. I just don't like it being outside, number one. Number two, I feel super, super bad even starting it outside because it is so freaking loud. Listen to this. Way too much. Obviously, it has 112,000 miles on it, so, you know, it's gonna be a little, you know, a little more worn out. Some of my things that I say, like the fact that the transmission feels a little slow to me for a dual clutch, maybe just because it's old. Now, I don't believe that, but I could be wrong. I'm not an expert here. But for a dual clutch, this transmission does feel really, really slow. Now, you guys may or may not have known this, but I've actually driven one of these before. After I wrecked my Lexus, I went out and drove an S6. It was a white one. I had like 50,000 miles on it, and they were trying to sell it for 28 grand because they were trying to get rid of it. So I drove that. It was completely stock. It had the diamond stitch seats. So these are the comfort seats. So they do not have the diamond stitching, but these seats have massaging and cooled. So instead of just heated, it has massaging and also ventilated seats. And that's what you get with the comfort seats. The regular diamond stitch seats in an S6 or S7 do not have either of those. As I've said before earlier in this vlog, I think the transmission needs an adaptation, which obviously will not solve the problem of it shifting so slow, but it will solve the problem of what I think is slipping. These seats are wearing very, very nice for 112,000 miles. The seats are very, very nice. The white stitching on the steering wheel is kind of gross and nasty, and I need to clean it up a little bit better, and I've tried, but it's not really worked out great. So I was just filming with my car and I saw a C8 Corvette, so we're gonna flip around and see if we can see it really fast, because I've not seen a C8 Corvette yet, and then I will get back to talking about my car. Well, there it is. I have not seen a C8 Corvette yet. It looks crazy in person, way better than I was expecting. Well, as I was saying before, I saw the C8 Corvette. So the transmission is a little slow for a dual clutch. I've seen some transmission tunes. This one has an APR transmission tune, but apparently those aren't the best. I honestly don't think APR is like, I don't know that much, but as I've been reading on like the forums and the Facebook groups and all that stuff, APR doesn't seem to be that great. I'm thinking of switching to a different tune. It's called DS1. I'm thinking about switching to them because they will do fine tuning, whereas APR is just an off-the-shelf tune. It's just they just throw it on your car and that's it. Like, you throw it on your car, whatever, and that's it. Whereas Dyno Spectrum DS1 will do fine tuning. So like if I have a different intake than the APR car had on it when they did the tune, then obviously it's not going to run exactly the same as the APR. Or if I have a different whatever, I am going to do the DS1 tune so that I can have the fine tuning and it can be tuned to my car, not an off-the-shelf tune. It is starting to get a little cold here, so I threw my jacket on really fast, but the dual clutch does seem to be switching to a different coupe. Sorry.